Hello everyone, and we are here together in Career Q. In today's video, we will discuss about the Chartered Accountancy course, often commonly known as the CA. The agenda of today's video will be something like this. We will first discuss the eligibility criteria, then the stages of a CA course. Next, we will take a deeper view of the subjects and their marking scheme. And finally, we will take a look into the jobs and the salary that are offered to a CA. So without further ado, let's get started. The very first question that arises is, who is a chartered accountant? A chartered accountant or a CA is a person who has acquired the CA degree from the ICAI, that is the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. Now, what can a chartered accountant do, or what does a chartered accountant do? A chartered accountant majorly plays role in the financial domains. That is, he can be a tax manager, a direct tax manager, indirect tax manager, an auditor. These are some of the domains in which a chartered accountant functions. Now moving on to the eligibility criteria for a chartered accountant. So anyone who has passed the senior secondary examination, that is the 10+2 from a prestigious board that is recognized by the Indian government, is eligible for giving the CA exam. Yes, you heard me right. We often see that the people who have taken commerce as their stream in their 11th grade take this chartered accountancy exam, and so it is a common myth that CA can be pursued only by the commerce students, which is incorrect. CA is an open domain which can be pursued by all science, commerce and arts students. The only eligibility criteria here is that you should be a 10+2 qualified person from a prestigious board that is recognized by the Indian government, and that is it. Moreover, there is no age limit as such, and you can at any point of your career think and give the CA exam and become a chartered accountant. What are the stages of this CA course? So the CA course is a bachelor's degree, and it takes a minimum of 5 years to complete this course. The 5 years of this course of chartered accountancy is divided further into 3 stages. The 3 stages are the CA Foundation course, or commonly known as the CPT, the CA Intermediate or Inter course, and the CA Final course, also known as the Articleship. So one by one, we will proceed with the details of these courses. The first exam, that is the CA Foundation course or CPT, has 4 different subjects covered in it. The exam is a total of 200 marks in which you have to score a total aggregate of more than 50% in the entire paper and a subject aggregate of greater than 40% to qualify. This means that even if you scored, say, a 130 out of 200, which is greater than 50%, but you have scored less than 40% in any one of these individual parts, you will not clear this exam. So in this exam, there are 2 subjects which has subjective or descriptive type of questions, and the remaining 2 subjects have objective type of questions. The entire exam is taken in offline mode and in 2 different languages, English and Hindi. This examination is held twice in a year, although you can appear just once in a particular year. You can register for this examination in both online and offline mode. The next step is to register yourself for the CA Intermediate course. Yes. Now, we proceed with the CA Intermediate course. The CA Intermediate course is also similar in lines with the CA Foundation course. That is, this examination is also held twice in 1 year. It is conducted as an offline exam and in 2 different modes of language, that is English and Hindi. You can opt for any of them. There are 8 separate papers that are further divided into Group 1 and Group 2. Each paper is individually of 100 marks, and the total time to give the exam for each paper is 3 hours. The rules for passing this examination is also similar to the CA Foundation course, that is a 50% aggregate in the entire exam and a 40% or greater aggregate in individual subject papers. If you fail to acquire the individual subject pass marks, you need to give the exam once again. Now here comes one of the most important points. A candidate can decide whether he or she wants to take only Group 1 examinations or only Group 2 examinations or both. Often it is recommended that you take both the examinations, maybe at different goes or at one go, whichever is suited to you, but you take both the examinations and then enroll yourself for the CA Final course. However, you can also enroll for the CA Final course if you have qualified in all of Group 1 or Group 2 individually. Now the question that arises here is, if I can enroll myself into the CA final course by just qualifying in one group, what is the need for me to give the other group, whichever be it? The answer to this is, there are many organizations out there. When you're out for a job, they do not consider the passing of just one group. There are organizations that have this term and condition clearly mentioned that the candidate should have cleared both the groups in the CA intermediate level. So it is advised to take the examination for both groups and pass in both of them before you proceed towards your CA final exam. Once you have completed your CA intermediate course, you can now enroll yourself to the CA final course. Now, what are the steps to the CA final course? The CA final course is a total of 3.5 years of course, when the first 3 years is also known as the articleship, in which you do an internship under a qualified CA, and then the next 6 months or the 0.5 years is when you attempt for CA final exam. The CA final exam is also of 8 subjects which are divided into 2 groups, Group 1 and Group 2. The trick here is you need to qualify all of these examinations at one go. If you miss in any one of these, you need to re-enroll yourself and re-attempt all of these examinations over again. Go for this examination only when you know and when you're 100% confident that you can crack all of these examinations at one go. The marking scheme is exactly the same like CA intermediate course. That is, all the papers are of 100 marks individually and have 3 hours of writing time. The passing mark is 50% or above in the entire exam, and the individual paper passing mark is 40% or above in the entire paper. This exam is also held as an offline exam, but you can enroll for this by both online and offline methods. Coming to the most important part, how much does this entire process cost, and when you land in a job, what is the average pay scale which you can expect after you have qualified and become a CA? The average amount of fees that the entire 5-year course takes is somewhere around 2 lakh. This amount can be more or less depending on the institute from where you are doing your CA and their reputation, their faculty, and many more. Once you have qualified all the examinations and you have your CA degree at your hand and now you are a qualified CA, the average package that a fresh CA graduate expects or gets in the market is 7 LPA. That is, your starting salary will be somewhere around 55 to 65,000 on an average. The job roles for which a CA can appear are consultants, auditing, finance management, tax management, etc. The industries in which a CA can look for a job are banks, law firms, auditing firms, and public limited companies. These are the 4 major industries in which a CA can get placed, and not to forget that a CA is the only authorized member to do the auditing. So becoming an auditor can be one of the most aspired jobs, because that is something that in our country till today only a CA is authorized to do. So that's all for today. Hope you like this video. If you have any doubts, queries, concerns, you can come back, you can write to us in the comment section. Also, if you like this video, put a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so that you do not miss another such video.